Yo, welcome back to the channel. So, yeah, huge scandal with FTX. I'm sure some of you heard about it. So, Sam Bankman-Fried. Okay. Yeah, this dude right here is an example of the shady. Basically looking like a money launderer to the Democratic Party at this point. Yeah, not looking good for him. Check this out.
Embattled FTX crypto founder Sam Bankman-Fried spent millions of dollars to support Democrats before filing for bankruptcy. One of the other causes reportedly linked to the now defunct fund, the war in Ukraine, raising questions about why a war-torn country would be tied to such a risky investment. A top Ukrainian official denying the reports, tweeting in part, Ukraine's government never invested any funds into FTX. The whole narrative that Ukraine allegedly invested in FTX, who donated money to Democrats, is nonsense. Fox and Friends Weekend co-host Will Kane joins us now. Good morning to you, Will.
Good morning, Ainsley.
Good morning. So this guy, I mean, he's 30 years old. He's very eccentric. He went to MIT, so he's brilliant. His parents teach at Stanford. There's a picture of what he looks like. And this crypto exchange that he started, it just imploded. People are trying to get their money out, and it's now insolvent. What's your reaction?
$32 billion, Ainsley. $32 billion evaporates overnight. This story can be a bit confusing because I think crypto in and of itself is pretty confusing, Ainsley, but let me do my best to explain what I think is important about this story. So they call him SBF, okay, his acronym for short, his initials. His branding, his marketing, Ainsley, was what he called effective altruism. It was essentially virtue signaling. Anything I make, I'm going to give away. And that type of branding really attracted some of the world's elite. I mean, I'm talking about not just politicians, but Silicon Valley venture capitalists. And he built this huge company up, okay? And what it appears he was doing, and this is a criminal allegation that's still under investigation, is some of the money that was being used in FTX, which is an exchange, was being backdoored out to another company he had, an investment vehicle, and much of it today, Ainsley, is missing. Now, that's criminal fraud. Now, tie that to these two facts as well. He was the second biggest donor to Democratic politicians, including the ones that would ultimately regulate him. He was asking for them to regulate him while donating massive amounts of money to them and their elections. He was only behind George Soros. And then finally, the Ukrainian angle, which you bring in, which is this. So the Ukrainian crypto official says we never invested in FTX. Okay, fine. You never did. A denial is not proof. However, it doesn't take a Ukrainian investment. All these donations, American public, meaning our government, and private citizens donating to Ukraine with crypto, much of it went through FTX. And now much of that is missing, right? And so the question is, how much of that went back to SBF and to Democrats? And that's an important question, because the question is to answer. And we don't have conclusions. It's not a conspiracy that you can say, oh, I'm sure of it. We're journalists asking an important question. Was money to Ukraine going back to the people that were voting to fund the war in Ukraine?
Yeah, and all the money he's given to Democrats. He rubbed shoulders, too, with Tony Blair and Bill Clinton, Orlando Bloom, and Katy Perry at this Bahamas crypto festival, where they paid $3,000 a person. The Golden State Warriors, they've put a pause on his promotional assets, and the lobbyists who work for the company have severed ties with the crypto exchange. People are comparing him to Madoff and to Enron. We'll see. And he lives in the Bahamas.
Yes.
So he could be evading authorities. We don't know the rules or the laws down there.
Exactly right.
All right.
This guy right here, Sam Bankman-Fried, this dirty, scandalous piece of garbage. What a scumbag. Wow. My goodness. And people wonder why most people don't have faith in the cryptocurrency market. Take a good look, ladies and gentlemen. Please like and share this video.